Welcome to Booze and Glues, a justifiable excuse for two friends to spend time together, cross crafts off their to-do list, and, of course, drink. With glue guns and wine glasses at the ready, join Jessie Shepherd and Tabitha Davis as they attempt to simultaneously chat, craft, chug and charm. Will they consume alcohol? Definitely. Will they actually accomplish anything? Debatably. Will they bitch and complain? Inevitably. Will it be a bloody good time? Absolutely. And if things don't turn out just as planned, well, that's okay too, because booze.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
Welcome back.
I got a dog licking me.
I know he was trying to lick the microphone too, which was kind of cute. Oh. I'm Tab.
I'm Jessie.
This is Booze and Glues.
That's Brad. Doesn't want to say hi.
Well, I always don't know if because, as soon as I say hi, Tab's like, well, we didn't give you permission to speak.
I am an evil overlord.
Mm-hmm.
They both nod knowingly. I like to keep everyone a little bit afraid of me. I'm like sweet, but also you should be scared.
Ruthless.
Yeah, that's my MO. Oh my goodness. Well, we are enjoying some well-earned Baileys and hot cocoa. Especially since I made my Baileys and then proceeded to spray it all over my face, my clothes, and my kitchen.
Tab's had a day.
Oh, let me tell you. So my day started with going to Wittmeier, which is an auto center here in Chico.
Like the worst one.
It really is. But I ended up getting my car there, and so I took it back to get the maintenance done on it. I made an appointment online to be there at 7:15 and to have a shuttle, to get a shuttle ride. I get there. It looks kind of dark, but I go open the door, and this guy walks out, and he's just like, "We're closed." And I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I made an appointment for 7:15 for service and a shuttle." And he's like, "We don't open till 7:30. You can go out."
Why the fuck you making appointments?
Well, I made it online, but I'm like, so...
Why would you make appointments available online?
Exactly. So he goes, "You can go out and sit in your car and pull it around to this chain, and when we're ready to have you come in, we'll go move the chain and you can pull up." I was like, okay. So I go sit there waiting. This younger kid comes out, moves the chain, and it was 7:25, and he comes up to the window and he's like, hey, because I could see him kind of motioning and what, and then he comes up to the window and he's like, "Hey, they're mad at me because I moved the chain too early, so can you just sit here for another 5 minutes?" Well, yeah, that's fine. I'm not gonna get you in trouble, kid. Fine, whatever. At this point, I've already been treated like trash. Sure. So I sit there for 2 more minutes. So it's 7:28, and then the guy walks over and he's like, "Well, I guess we'll go ahead and get you started now."
What the fuck else are you doing?
I'm like, oh my gosh. So I pull up, I review what they're going to do, sign the paperwork, everything. And I'm like, okay, so what do I need to do for the shuttle? And he's like, "Oh, just go write your name on that board over there, and the guy will come in and call the next person," which I was the first person there. So I'm like, okay, fine. So I go write my name, waiting. I mean, it was 7:35. Should have been okay, a couple minutes, whatever. Then we go. Dude doesn't show up until 8 o'clock. Granted, I'm supposed to be at work at 7:45. Maybe 8, but should have been there earlier. And so he shows up at 8, and at which point I had already tried to get a lift because I'm thinking, this guy's never coming.
Yeah.
But all the lifts were like super busy. Nobody was going to show up to get me until, it was still going to be 10 minutes. And so when he showed up, I just canceled the lift and I was like, okay, let's go. I was the only one taking it, which I found out after he came in and said, does anybody need a shuttle? And I said, I like kind of raised my hand. Oh, yeah, I do. And there's like a couple other people sitting in there. And he's like, I said, does anybody need the shuttle? And I was like, I do. And then this guy, he like picks the thing up and he's like, there's other names on here. And the other guy goes, oh, they told me that my car was going to be done in just a couple minutes, so I'm actually not going to need the shuttle. And he's like, then I don't need to know that. I mean, just the customer service. Super gruff. I go get in the car. This girl runs up and is like, I need a shuttle too, but I'm just checking in. Can you wait for me for just a minute? I'm like, oh, great. But I'm like trying to be like zen, calm, patient. It's the holiday season. There's been a lot going on in town. I'm like, I'm just gonna let it go. We sit there for 8 minutes. She doesn't come back out. So the guy gets out and goes to the service window and is like, hey, where's the girl that was waiting for the shuttle? And they're like, oh, she left.
What?
So now it's like 8:10 and I'm just leaving to get to work. I was so mad. Like, so mad. Boiling. I kept it cool, though. And when the guy dropped me off, I was like, okay, thanks. I hope you have a great day. And he was nice as I left. But I was just like, holy crap. What a shit show. They're so fun.
Yeah, Blake worked there, and he was like, it's the worst place
Oh, yeah.
ever.
And actually, so I had to go pick my car back up. I knew I was going to be working late tonight, so I knew I had to do it at lunch, which they were like, well, we'll try to make sure it's ready. I'm like, you have 5 hours. It needs an oil change. You can do it. But I'm so...
Wait, was that all you went in for?
Yeah, so when I first called, the lady told me, oh, we don't make appointments. And I was like, well, last time I made an appointment. And she was like, no. She just totally blew me off. And last time we did an appointment on a Saturday. So it was doable because you can function around that. But now they're only open business hours Monday through Friday, apparently. So I couldn't even, I asked him how late I would be able to pick up my car, and he's like 5:30, and I'm like, well, I'm still going to be at work, so can I pay ahead of time, and you guys can, leave it out, or, nope, you'll have to get it tomorrow. So I'm like, okay. So I called. They didn't even call me and tell me my car was done. I called to double check, because I wanted to make sure before I got all the way over there, and, our lunch schedule was crazy, and so nobody else could drive me, so I got a Lyft. Got over there to pick it up and everything. Yeah. That went pretty smoothly. But my Lyft driver on the way was like, oh, yeah, I used to work at Wittmeier. They're all assholes. I'm like,
awful.
Yeah. I'm like, seriously, there must be just some real bad employee morale going on there or something for everybody to just be so, toxic.
Yeah, I mean, apparently the Wittmeier family is just a bunch of dicks.
Oh.
And, they don't even get along.
So, from the top all the way down.
Yeah.
Nice.
If you're just going for an oil change, might I suggest Jiffy Lube?
Well, so the thing is because I'm leasing my car, they have to, have records of everything. And so I can go places and keep receipts and and then I have to turn it all in at the end, or I can just do it there. So I was like, I'm just going to do it there. Also, it needed,
Blake doesn't have to do that.
I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm just over,
I think you're
anxious
over.
about it.
I mean, I probably would, because if they came back to me and were like,
right.
oh, it looks like you never
didn't get the oil changed on time, or blah, blah, blah. And, just the other service things, which it did. I mean, I needed new air filters and stuff because I've been driving around. And,
Which is, I still need to do that.
The smoke and ash. Everybody needs new air filters right now. the guy, when I was talking to him, he was like, were you like around here during the fire? And I'm like, well, yeah, I live here. Like, at first he was asking me, like, were you around for the fires? And I'm like, it sounded like
California.
It was a party or something. Like, I'm like, what do you mean was I around for the fires? Like, did I show up here just for the fires? What are you talking about? Then I realized he wants to know if I was here. And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, oh, yeah, you probably need your air filter changed. And I'm like, you're probably right. I just changed the filter in my air purifier at home, and it was god awful.
Yeah.
It was so bad.
I still have ash all inside my car.
Oh, yeah. The inside of my car's a disaster. I kept trying to get it washed, and Adam kept going, after all the smoke clears. And then the smoke's been clear for a while now.
And the rain came.
Yeah, I know. They washed the outside for me. Yay. The inside.
They didn't vacuum anything?
Still a hot mess. Oh, no, it's a fucking disaster in there.
Jiffy Lube vacuums, too.
Mm-hmm.
I know. And usually I feel like when you do service, they usually do vacuum and stuff. Nope, didn't touch it.
Jiffy Lube sponsor us.
Jiffy Lube, get at us. Wittmeier, fuck off.
I do appreciate Jiffy Lube solely for the reason because my Jetta burned oil like
Oh, they have the
nobody's
top-off service.
Yeah, so I just had, like, towards the end of my career with my Jetta, I just had a reminder every month. If I had been 5,000 miles, I went in and got my oil change. If I hadn't, I went in and I topped off. It was on the 4th of every month.
Nice.
They
I like
probably
to
were
set
starting to
things-
really get sick of me.
They're like, oh, it's Jesse. Hide.
Well, and then at one point I was borrowing my grandpa's car. So I had been in with the Jetta, got it topped off. I brought in my grandpa's truck when I was borrowing that when my Jetta broke down. Brought that in. Literally like a week later, I brought in Blake's car. I'm like, they probably think I'm fucking nuts.
They probably think you're
Dude,
like,
a horrible driver burning through all these cars.
or like stealing cars and like getting a maintenance before you.
Well, and that's the other, they were all not under my name.
They're like,
Well, the
what
Jetta
hell?
is, but then like the truck is my grandpa's. Blake's name is on the Fusion. I was just like,
That's hilarious.
I'm like, I'm glad. I think it was different people like most of the time, but I'm like, they're gonna be like, what is happening here?
Yeah, I felt like for a while I was in there all the time. My Murano also would burn oil, so I would do top offs on it. And also anytime we were like about to like go on a long trip, you know.
Yeah.
And then, you know, we have our other cars, and sometimes I would take my dad's truck, and I swear the guy at Jiffy Lube like was on a first name basis with me.
Yeah.
It was getting ridiculous. I'm like, hey, what's up? It's so sad. It's frustrating. Anytime you go do anything like that, you have to deal with the fact that you're a woman. So, like, some of the
They treat
things.
you like you're a dummy.
Yeah. They're just like, oh, we need to do this. Let me explain what that is to you. I'm just like, I fucking know what a differential is. Leave me alone. Like, or they'll be like, they printed out like an estimate, you know. Then I go to pick it up and I pay for it and everything. And I'm like, will I get a detailed receipt? Because the estimate said like, you know, service code B12 or whatever. Like, it was not explanatory at all. So I asked the lady, like, can I get a detailed invoice? And she was like, well, I can print everything out for you, but you can walk over to the service department over there and then they can explain it to you. This is like a woman working there. Like, you don't have to treat me like an idiot too. Ugh, it's so annoying.
Bunch of dummies.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, because they always assumed I had a leak. 'Cause
Right.
My oil was always low. 'Cause I come in every month and I'd be like a quart low. And so they're like, I think you have a leak. Or one time they told me, they're like, it's leaking. And I'm like, that's funny because I park 2 places in the world. I
Right.
have the same spot I park at work, and I park in the same spot
I'm
at home.
pretty sure I'd noticed if there was a big old oil slick there.
I'm like, there's no oil under my car. And then so I'm like, well, I'll just see what they say next time. Because I was like, they're probably going to stop doing top offs. They're going to like red flag or whatever and not keep topping
Oh,
the thing
right.
off if they know it's leaking all over
She
the place.
has a leak she refuses to get fixed, and she comes in every day.
So I was like waiting. Like I kept topping off and I was like waiting for them to tell me like, we don't continue doing top offs for people. like when they have a leak. And then I came in next, no leak.
Oh.
They never told me that again.
It patched itself.
Yeah. And
Your car healed.
I didn't take it nowhere, I can tell you that much, because I knew it was not leaking. I'm like, I don't take the car to do anything. Wait, if we go anywhere, we go in Blake's car. So it's literally at work or at home.
Right. Yeah. Cars are a pain in the ass. Being a grown-up's a pain in the ass.
We bought a ladder the other day.
Ooh.
Adulting.
Oh,
I have 2 ladders. 6 foot and extension.
Yeah, we didn't get an extension. Those ones are expensive.
Yeah, I had the extension one because it was like an old one my dad gave me.
Yeah, because Blake was like, let's just do that. Those are way cooler. I'm like, let's not, because it's like hundreds of dollars more than this one.
Hundreds of dollars.
So we just got a regular ladder. But yeah, last year, like, I was all excited because we had a house, so I could like put Christmas lights up. But like, we didn't have a ladder at that point, and I'm like, we don't really
You
have
just
any way
throw
to
them
put
in a ball
right.
at this roof and be like, done.
Yeah, so we didn't put Christmas lights up this year, and I was like, we're buying a ladder.
It's
We'll
happening.
put some Christmas lights up.
Well, did you
like
see
it.
have you seen that, like, I don't know if it's a meme or whatever, picture of like someone who like did like put up 3 lights and then took the string like down and then put up
The Grinch?
Yeah, the Grinch. Yeah.
I want to do that so bad. The first time I saw it, I was like, that's the best idea. But now I feel like it's like a thing. And I don't want to be like everybody else. I
Of course not.
have come up with the ultimate Christmas display. It's going to be a work in progress because part of my therapy session this week was not doing everything, but still doing some things. I have this problem of like either going like way
Your
crazy.
therapy session.
Oh, yeah.
Are you seeing somebody?
I have been seeing a psychologist.
Oh, that's
I don't
cool.
know if everybody in the world needs to know that. I mean, they can know that. That's fine. There is nothing wrong with seeing a psychologist
There's absolutely nothing
or
wrong with
anybody
it.
else.
We probably all need to see one.
Literally, just like practical
Looking at
solutions
you, Brad. I'm just kidding.
for daily life.
I bottle it up until it turns into cancer and then they remove it.
Well, it's just a third party
Cool.
that has no emotional attachment to
Yeah.
your life that can calmly explain to you situations and
Well, and
make you see clearly.
yeah, and I like what I always get out of it is that like every week I'm like, this is what I'm gonna leave here and do. You know,
Yeah.
like I've
They
always
give you homework.
yeah, I've always got like okay, so let's try this and see if that works better for you kind of thing.
Right.
And so yeah, I have a real problem of like doing like 1,000 times more than anyone else. Like
do.
one side of the spectrum, or like I'm not going to do anything because I feel like I have to way overachieve, and then when that's too overwhelming, I just am like frozen. So getting Christmas decorations up has been a thing this year. Part of it's just like it's difficult to kind of feel like you want to celebrate when there's so much tragedy around, you know?
But I feel like you gotta keep somewhat of a sense of normalcy.
Oh, yeah. I mean, and there are things to be grateful for. And there are, you know, I mean, I can talk myself into all that, you know, but just to, like, emotionally, like, base what I feel. It's like, I don't feel like woohoo Christmas like I normally do, you know? There's a lot going on. And so, and then, you know, guilt over, well, why should I be putting up Christmas decorations when my friend's house is burned down and they can't, you know,
They
do
don't even
anything.
have their Christmas decoration.
Right. So, yeah, that's hard. We have the cuddliest dog in the world now.
Oh, he's the best.
He's so cute. So, yeah, I decided, like, these are the things I'm going to do. These are the things I'm going to not do. So we're going to put up some outside decorations next weekend, or this coming weekend. And I got like really excited about a display I want to do that's going to like take over my whole yard, I think. But
So she's gonna do some decorations.
no, but
Right.
it's
Also
starting
came up with something to cover her entire yard.
it's starting small. I'm doing just the one thing this year, but like
I
I'm
love
like
it.
next year we'll add these things and all this stuff. So It's starting with a narwhal. A
Oh,
light up
gosh.
narwhal. Any guesses?
Yeah, I know.
The Frosty.
Elf.
Bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad.
When I see him, because that part of that movie always reminds me of the like original, not Frosty, the original.
The like Rudolph movies and
Yes.
stuff. Yeah,
The
the
claymation.
claymation,
Yeah, they're all
stop
like-
motion.
Mm-hmm. So every time I think of that guy, that's the movies I think of.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that's Elf. It's not those old timey movies.
Mm-hmm.
No. So Target had this really cute light up Christmas narwhal the last like 2 years, and I've been like convincing myself not to buy it. And so this year we were like looking, and they were all gone. They changed and they got all, and I noticed it was like very similar to the stuff that's in a bunch of the other stores I've been to. Everything this year went like more realistic looking, like less cartoony and more realistic looking, and like white and neutrals and stuff. And I was like,
Thank you, Chip and Joanna.
yeah. But I was sad because I never got that narwhal. So I went and looked to see if they still had them online, and they did, and they were on clearance. So
Sweet.
Nice.
I was like, and there was only like so many left, and I was like, I'm gonna get that narwhal. So I got the narwhal, which will start our Buddy the Elf.
I have another suggestion.
Okay.
You know those like blow up, like Santas and things
Yes.
like that?
I think those are tacky.
They have a new one.
That is a photorealistic Buddy the Elf?
No,
Yes, they do.
it is. I'm assuming they probably do it. A blow up ranch dressing bottle.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Wow.
So
Aw.
Jesse, you got to compete in this, versus Tabitha.
Ranch dressing bottle. What, do you just put a red scarf around it?
Sure.
I have like just. Like,
Merry Christmas, motherfuckers. Drown yourself in ranch.
Exactly.
That's so weird.
I'm not really like a yard decorator.
No, and I haven't been. I mean, I've had small things, like I had a couple of the little like light up deer for a few years.
Yeah.
And I put, but I mean, even my lights I put in my house, I put white lights, and I put them like in a line around the eave. I don't like put them wacky around the windows and stuff.
Some people get fucking crazy.
I can't handle it.
And
It's
I'm
not
like, that does not look
symmetrical.
good.
Yes, it bugs me. So I like to keep that real simple. But I have my little light up trees on the front porch. That kind of thing. I don't get too wild. We do have the little like projector like snowflakes and stuff.
Yeah.
Those are fun. But I just don't like the blow up things.
Gina does, like, they're not the this is Blake's mom. They're not the blow up things, but they're like they're still like light up and like, they're like sparkly. But she's like now getting like one every year. So she's got like a snowman. She got a Christmas tree. She
But
got,
they're like a frame inside, and it's like the tinsel stuff on the
Yeah.
outside. That's what my narwhal is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I can deal with that.
Oh yeah, she's getting crazy.
Because they look a
though.
little classier. The blow up ones just, I just can't get on board.
Well, and then during the
Too
day, they're all like
They're
cartoony.
just
chilling
like
there. Like,
Santa's dead on the front lawn. It's so sad.
I know, but yeah, she too has like this little football player guy that like he's not blow up or anything. He's just like straight, but then has some like lights in him, and then his little arm with the football goes like back and forth like this, and it like has like a little star on his helmet. She's a Cowboys fan.
Ew.
Freaking loves this stinking thing. And then she's got like a little mailbox, and it like opens, and like a little letter comes out. I'm like, your yard has so much going on.
Yeah.
Wow.
See, and I just really like things to be like tied together with a theme.
Yeah.
And I like, there's a certain level of like, this is fun and like cartoonish. In between, like, now we've gone into like tacky land
Right.
where everything's like kitschy.
Yeah, if I had something that I was like really going for, I might do it. But yeah, I'm not just gonna buy a bunch of random shit and put it in my yard.
Yeah. The boys keep begging me for those things, and I'm just like, nah, I'm good. Remy said to me the other day, well, first of all, If you look down our street, there are like 2 houses at the end that have some lights. And then like the house across the street has some like lights in their window. And so like last night I was looking, I'm like, oh my gosh, like we're the only other house that has lights on our whole street, which all ours was our tree and our leg lamp and the stuff on the front porch, because I haven't done the outside decorations yet. But then the next door neighbors like lit the shit up out of their house today. I came home from work and I was like, oh snap, because Remy told me last week, Mom, we really need to just get wild for Christmas. I'm like,
Oh, gosh.
You have created a monster.
he loves Christmas so much. It's so sweet. But yeah, he full on like, he's like, I want to get those blow up things. I want to put them all over the yard. I want to Like I said, I haven't been feeling like woohoo, let's decorate for Christmas. So part of my thing was that I'm going to like, okay, I am going to let him do the outside decorations. It might be kind of funky, but it will make him happy. There will be decorations up. I can let go of being totally OCD a little bit. I'm going to still do the lights on the roof because, you know, safety first.
Yeah.
But I'm going to kind of let them just go for it out there, and we'll see what happens.
They're at a fun age where that's a good time to do.
Yeah. I mean, I loved doing that stuff when I was a kid.
They're not going to do it in a few years.
Right.
So.
Well, why not have them do the lights then on the roof? They're young. They bounce.
No.
I don't think they bounce.
Although I
I don't think that's a fact about preteens.
They bend. It's more like they tend not to break, they bend. Or if they do break, they heal quick. I mean, it's probably better for one of them to break their arm than for me to break my hip. No, they are too young to be climbing on ladders and doing that. Now, I will
don't
say,
do ladders.
I decorated the house with my dad every year, and like he was way into it. Like he had competitions with our neighbors. It was hilarious. And so I was out there for, I mean, hours, days. We were putting stuff up. Like it was nuts. And I was probably 13 or 14 and like climbing on the roof and stuff. So, I mean, maybe in a couple years. Jackson's pants are always so saggy. He'd trip over them.
You got a gangster kid?
It's less gangster and more lazy, slouchy. I don't know. He has this style of like, no matter what I do, I can dress him and Remy in the exact same clothes, different sizes, obviously. And Remy looks like dapper, and Jackson looks like a slob. His like pockets are always hanging out, and he's just like sloppy, and he sits like he's just, it's so funny. And that's like just his personality.
Has he been to prison?
No,
They
it's
tell
not.
people to hold his pocket.
No, it's not like his pants are saggy. It's just that
He's
like,
too skinny.
well, yeah, or he just, I don't know, his shoes are never tied. He's just doesn't care. I'm sure that'll change in a couple years. And he'll get some cologne.
My brother won't zip his pants up. Still to this
Okay,
day.
well, that's good to know, because, yeah, he doesn't do that either.
No, and then when you say, Jake, your zipper's down, he said, I'm sticking it to the man. That's what he says every time.
He's going to stick it to some man?
I love you, Jake. That's awesome. Yes. That's what I say when people ask why I don't wear bras.
Sticking it to the woman.
No, I'm sticking to the man. Fuck them. Making me wear a bra.
Free the nipple.
I'm all for the free the boobies.
I told Blake when I was getting like in my jammies to come here, I was like, I ain't wearing a bra tonight. And he was like, you go, girl.
I'm like,
let it free. It's like, will do.
yeah. So, no, I'm not going to go too crazy with insanely wild stuff in my front yard. But I am just going to float out there that we start at the Narwhal and then we go through the 7 levels of the candy cane forest, through the sea of swirly twirly gumdrops,
Oh, gosh.
and then through the Lincoln Tunnel. That's all I'm going to say.
Her,
I have plans.
her house is going to become a fun house.
Well, I mean, conceptualized. Yeah. So I'm going to be on the hunt for 7 different sizes of yard candy canes after Christmas. I'm going to try to get them on clearance. Stock up. Good stuff.
Love it.
It'll be fun. Speaking of Christmas, we're still working on Christmas crafts. Kind of a little bit. Mostly, I have to make a Christmas tree skirt. And by have to, I mean,
Want to.
I guess that's what I'm doing.
I'm not really doing a whole lot, but I'm gonna try to find something to cut onto vinyl. So I finally got these hooks I've been wanting since I bought my house. Okay, we've got this water heater in the kitchen, like in the middle of the kitchen,
Yes.
in this weird box that they built around it. That's just
To
hideous.
hide it.
And we have one drawer to keep like kitchen utensils in, like spoons and
Mm-hmm.
all that madness, and everything in there already doesn't fit. And then my measuring cups really don't fit.
Oh, yeah.
So like forever I've been wanting to take that door and put because I'm constantly like, Alexa, how many tablespoons are in a half a cup or whatever the heck.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I always need to know that, but for some reason I always need to know conversions.
Yes.
And so I want to get a little picture to put on the top that tells me a whole bunch of different conversions so I can stop asking Alexa. And then I want to hang all
But it's so easy.
my cups and tablespoons underneath it.
Nice.
And I finally got the hooks to hang my cups and tablespoons underneath.
Oh, that'll be really cute.
Took me a year and a half to spend $7 on hooks. Put there.
$7. That's fun. I like that. And it'll be useful for when civilization collapses and Alexa can't answer your questions anymore. Yeah.
That's going to be your biggest troubles right there when
I can
collapse
still
conversions of
know
You need to bake.
how many tablespoons are in a cup.
You got to be able to bake still. I mean, that's important. You have to make bread because you're not going to be able to get that at the grocery store. Also, you have to grow wheat and grind it.
yeah.
I don't have my garden started yet.
Oh, no. Are you going to really have a garden?
I want one.
What kind of things are you going to grow?
Like stuff that I may use.
Corn.
No, not that kind of garden. More like herbs and stuff.
Yeah, that's all I like too.
Basil.
Yeah.
Basil.
I mean, I have my basil plant in my window,
For sure.
and I really don't use basil like as much
I love basil.
as you'd think. I love basil too.
Mint.
Yeah, I want to do stuff like
Then you
that.
can get
Rosemary.
mojitos.
Thyme.
I'd like to have
Lavender.
we have this massive lemon tree that's crazy.
Is it giving you lemons this year?
We've got millions. If you want a fucking lemon, come over and grab we also have oranges up the butthole.
Oh my goodness. Fun.
I don't think that's where you
And
keep
we're
the
gonna
oranges.
we're gonna cut the orange trees down. So if you want those,
Oh, how
they're
rough.
a pain in the fucking ass. It seriously makes hundreds of oranges. Hundreds. This thing
Yeah.
is the most prolific fruit tree I've ever seen in my whole entire life. And I just don't eat that. I mean, I don't eat any oranges
Well, could you take them like
to work and stuff. Yeah. I'm
down
way
to
too-
the...
way too lazy for all that madness. And actually, one of them is like,
I was thinking like take them to like the Jesus Center or something
oh, I could also,
where like they could hand them out for people to eat.
yeah. One has to go because it's towards the fence and it's covering my Italian cypress. So that
Oh,
one
yeah.
has to go because
Yeah.
I need those to cover that apartment complex.
Yes.
But Blake wants the other one gone too.
Hmm.
He doesn't like them. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'll
Pain.
go pick lemons.
Lemons are great. You can do so many good things with lemons. Actually, I was just thinking that I really want to make some lemon curd and some lavender scones. Like a proper English lady.
With your tea and crumpets.
No,
have a-
scones. I just said I'm making scones.
I have a scone pack from that Two English Ladies.
Oh, those were
Maybe
so
I'll make
good.
scones and bring them the next podcast.
And they had the best lemon curd. And ever since
They have
then,
the best.
I just have had to make my own lemon curd, and it's not as good. Also, they made orange curd. We could be two English ladies.
We can't take their job. They're actually English.
They aren't even at farmers market anymore.
Are they not?
No.
Oh. I know the younger, because it's a mom and a daughter. And the daughter's doing hair, and they moved out to YWAM and are doing a lot of,
I don't know what that means.
Youth with a Mission.
Oh, is it that weird cult thing out there?
It's a little culty.
It's a little culty.
But they do missions and stuff all over the place. And so she might be distracted with that. Maybe the mom's getting old.
Everybody's mom gets old.
True story.
Unless they die. Then they don't.
They stop getting old.
Not mine. Mine's a vampire.
Oh, cool.
Or a witch. Don't know.
Or a witch.
I think witches still get old.
Well, not if they eat the
Heart of the
organs
young.
of
Of
young
children.
people.
That's right. I don't know my witches very well.
You don't know your hocus pocus very well.
I do love that movie.
Or your Vavitch. Have you seen that?
Oh, yeah, because it looks like two V's instead
Yeah,
of a
a
W
W.
because they're separated.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like AA Ron?
Like that, yes.
It's kind of like that. Yes. Yeah, so.
Do you have any New Year's resolutions? I figured we'd all go around and say a New Year's resolution.
Okay, you guys start.
I failed mine this year
What was it?
to get out of debt.
That's never fun.
Like all the way out? Like not one piece of debt.
No. To get at least to try to get my credit card debt out.
Okay.
That didn't happen.
How much debt you got?
Total?
well, that's a
Well, I
personal
don't
question.
I don't need to know. I don't need to know the numbers, but like how many types of debt do you have?
I have 3 credit cards and
Student
my
loans?
student loans.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Adam's still paying off student loans from when he went to college. How long ago?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And what kind of college did he go to?
The kind where he only went for like a semester or two. No, I don't know how long he was there, but he went to that one.
Oh,
Starts with an A?
did he go to Abilene?
Yes, thank you.
Oh, maybe I did know that.
Hence, that was your first guess, and you got it correct.
Well, no,
Well,
it's just associated
it's
with
the
Church of
Christian
Christ
community.
and yeah, us, family.
People either go to
etc.
Pepperdine or Abilene.
or you don't love God.
Yeah.
We don't love God apparently.
I really wanted to go to Pepperdine and then was like, oh, yeah, we can't afford that. So
Right?
I don't care if I get half off for being Church of Christ.
Yikes, I know.
It wasn't going to happen.
What a cool thing.
But
though.
you legit get half off just because you go to Church
Yeah.
of Christ. That's bitching.
Yeah.
That's the easiest scholarship of my whole life. Would have
Well-
been. I never got another scholarship.
I got lots of scholarships. I mean, they weren't like massive, but I mean, they paid for everything,
I didn't get any.
which was nice.
Oh, so my New Year's resolution is going to be the same thing. That was what I was going to get at.
Or do you have a better plan for how you're going to do that? Because, see, that's the thing.
Aren't you a transponster?
I can't fudge numbers.
You can't make a resolution and have no plan for accomplishing it.
Right.
I did. Spend less.
That's not a plan. Bradulous.
Was my plan, and it worked mostly, kind of.
Not at all. You just
not
said it didn't work.
It didn't. I got a gym membership. You want to guess how much I use that? Not a lot, as you can tell. That's
I
like a-
think you can do it. Do you listen to Dave or read Dave Ramsey?
I have. Yes.
Follow that guy. He'll get you out of debt.
I have read and listened and watched him on YouTube's.
I'd like to get out of debt too, but I bought a house.
I was going to
Screwed
say,
myself.
yeah. I'm like, you bought a house. You're in
In
it for
30
life.
years.
Oh, it'll be less than 30. I'm making that a point.
You know,
But before I'm paid off, I'm going to need a bigger house because
yeah.
that house ain't going to support my family. I can tell you.
Yeah.
You don't need both your kidneys, you know.
Well, and I got to buy a car, so I'm just getting myself more into debt
I know.
Gosh.
So crazy.
because I didn't have any until like a year ago.
It's nice.
I'm jealous.
And then I got lots of it.
I didn't have any until we bought our house and then bought a business,
Yeah.
which I never felt super hot about, honestly. And then it was just all downhill from there.
Life. It happens, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it just keeps happening.
But I've come to terms with, I mean, I'm just going to die.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter.
Except
Your
debt
kids will
doesn't.
live.
I was going to say, except your debt doesn't go with you. It
Well,
gets
that's
passed.
true.
It gets passed to the next person
To some extent, yes.
until it gets to your kids. Until they're like, I don't want this house. We're going to sell it, pay off the debt, and pocket the rest.
Well, what's yours, Jesse?
It's a good resolution, Brad. Let's see. I got them written down here somewhere.
Oh, goodness.
We like make goals at work every year for my boss's birthday in December. So they're typically my New Year's resolutions. And this year I didn't do very well. But every year I've noticed that I don't meet them all and then I like change all my goals.
Mm-hmm.
And so this year, one of my goals is to stop making myself promises that I don't keep.
So do your goals from last year.
Yes. So I'm starting from like the very beginning
Oh, wow.
and I'm like going to redo all my goals. So this year, so my 3 for this year, I was going to take the dog for a walk at least 100 times.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't keep I might have done it, but I didn't keep very good track of the first 6 months. And then the second 6 months, I was doing really well, but then fires happened.
Yeah.
And so the car fire happened, and I wasn't walking when it was smoky then.
Oh, yeah, all summer.
Then the campfire happened, and
Yeah.
I wasn't walking because of that. So
I know. Remy told me the other day, Mom, we never spent any time outside anymore. I'm like, I'm sorry. I would like to keep your lungs cancer free.
yes, that's good.
Then he goes out and plays for an hour. He comes back, Mom, hey, how you doing?
It's fine now, but I mean, all summer it was so bad.
It was bad.
We didn't spend much time outside, you know?
because that fire was like over a month,
Oh, yeah.
and it was
going
like
on for a long time.
really not great. But so I think I honestly think I
Close.
got like 80. I was pretty close.
I bet you did.
Probably did, but I
Give
can't,
yourself
I can't
that.
prove it, and everybody's squirrel crazy. And then I had a weight goal by my wedding, which I did meet.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the one I did. And then we were supposed to remodel the bathroom, and that was my goal before I knew that my brother was going to move out of my back house, and I was
Yeah.
going to have to put real tenants back there.
Yeah.
So my dad took a week off to fix my back house,
So
not fix my bathroom.
bathroom got pushed. And that
That's not
See,
really your.
this is
It's
called
not my fault.
real life and prioritizing and juggling scenarios. So I think that to have
I'm
goals,
not like super upset.
I mean, but you can't say like, "Well, I didn't meet that goal because I didn't do what I was supposed to."
Well, and this is the
Change
first,
that
this is
to
the first year-
update the back thing, you know,
Right.
and then it's a new goal to do the bathroom.
Well, yeah, but for our competition, that doesn't count. I'm not so.
I don't know if this is healthy.
I'm not so upset this year. Like, I'm not feeling like really like crappy about myself or anything, because like I took my dog on a walk way more than I've ever taken my dog on a walk.
Right.
Life is good, but for years I haven't passed things and haven't been like close. So this year, I am going to try and bench, squat, and deadlift at least 560 pounds. All of those exercises added together.
Oh,
Wait,
not
so
as
you're
cool. I wanted
you're
it
not
all
gonna-
each one.
okay.
So, like, I could bench, like, 200 pounds. I could bench. I will never bench 200 pounds.
You never know.
I could bench like 45.
That's the bar.
Yeah, sometimes that's hard.
Which is why I specifically said 45.
I'm going to take the dog on a walk at least 96 times.
96 now.
Oh, well, yeah, about 100.
Can
For
your
some reason, I don't know where I came up with 96.
can your goal for work be to not have a goal?
No.
Because that is
We're very serious about
then
these
that
goals.
that is
Could you make your
technically a
goal to make sure that everyone else makes their goals?
No.
Ooh, that's a good one though. Because that's hard. You got to work extra hard.
The winner of this gets like $100. This is like
$100?
really serious at
so
work.
Oh my
And
god.
does it
you
have to be
don't-
positive?
One year I didn't meet my goal, and so one of my goals was
And everyone shamed you and didn't
Yes.
talk to you for months?
didn't talk to me,
Put a
didn't talk
dunce
to me
cap
for
on.
months. But like I didn't meet my weight goal, and then I don't think I met one goal that year. And Trish goes, "Oh, so you're a chunky loser."
Wow.
Oh, shit. What the hell? Oh, I don't think I would have dealt with that very well. Even from somebody I liked.
Yeah, that's what my boss called me, as a chunky loser.
Wow.
But this year I met my weight goal, so ain't nobody calling me chunky. I might have gained it all back plus some, but I'm happily married, so who the fuck cares?
That's hilarious.
Not Blake. And then I haven't decided what my third one's going to be. But that's going to be...
I think your third one should be make sure everybody else meets their goals.
No, I don't
Because
give a
then you
shit
can
if anybody else
lord over them. You'll be like, if you don't make your goals, I won't make my goals. It could be intense.
And just start
Drill sergeant type. Like,
Yes.
that'd be fun.
Get into gear. Get your flabby self in gear.
We're like some really competitive people at work.
Ooh, what if you make it to sabotage everyone else? That way you get the $100.
Ooh, I like it. I brought these donuts in for everyone.
We do that a lot. We honestly do that a lot.
You guys are the worst.
We're pretty bad. There was one year. Do you guys ever do those diet bet things?
No.
Okay, so there's this website. I don't know if it's still around. It probably is. It's called Diet Bet.
I'm kind of familiar with it, yes.
And like, so we got everybody at work to do it because I was like, then nobody needs to know how much you weigh. Like, you don't have to turn in your results or like the internet will tell us all who won and who lost. And so we did that, and it was one of the most like competitive times of my life at work.
For those of the listeners that don't know, what is Diabet?
That's what I was just explaining, wasn't it?
A website.
It's a website that you go
enter
on,
all
and
your stuff.
it says if you win a weight loss competition.
So you just put in your information and...
Well, yeah, so they have these, it's either 4-week quick loss or like 6-week or a 6-month one you can choose. And then you can like join just a random group or you can make your own. And then everybody pays, like you set an amount or whatever. So like $50.
So it's also an honor system.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you pay it like $50 if you lose your goal weight, because it sets it. It's like the 4-week one is like, it's like a percentage.
Mm-hmm.
And so it sets how much you have to lose because they don't want you to be unhealthy.
Right.
And if you lose that much, you get your money back. If you don't, you lose your $50.
Who does it go to? The website?
Yeah. No, it goes to the winners.
Okay.
It goes to the people that lost their money. They do get a percentage. But the people that lost the weight, they get part of your money.
Nice.
Yeah, that just does not sound like fun.
if I'm losing money, you know, sure as hell, well, I'm gonna do my best to meet that goal. I'm all about that money.
Well, I mean, not anymore, but I would spend $50 on a cheese platter.
Says the lady who can no longer have cheese.
I mean,
Or Bailey's.
I've lost $50 and I've gained weight in one thing. See, it just would not work for me. I would be like, whatever, you can have my $50.
Yeah, I'm like, you better give me my $50.
Tab, what is your
Yep, we
New
need a goal
Year?
from you now.
Oh, I don't do New Year's resolutions. That's why I said you guys can go
Well, but
first.
do you do like
Because I didn't want to shit all over you.
Do you do goals for your life though?
Don't you have life goals?
Nope. Do you want to know what my goal is for the next year?
No.
Don't be dead.
Okay.
That's pretty much it. I have no capacity to make life goals anymore.
Because you
I've
succeeded at all of them?
I've succeeded at lots of them, and I've had lots of them torn from me and stomped into tiny dust.
That's sad.
So I just don't do that anymore.
One of my goals is going to be to try to convince Blake that we want children.
Well, it depends on
I mean,
the contraceptive.
I think
you're
he
using.
knows that you want children.
Well, no, it's
And I think-
convincing Blake that he wants
Yeah,
children.
and I think that he thinks that he'll want children someday.
Well, I'm trying to convince him that it's going to happen soon.
But that day, like, in a lot of men's mind, that's like a sometime in the future thing. But at like some point, you're like, you're in the future.
That's why you just got to flush your,
The time is
pills, or
now.
pull out the whatever, or take off the whatever.
I'm not going to trick him into it.
No, that is not.
I
can't
want
be
him to be
disingenuous.
ready.
Nobody's ever ready.
Well, I know. But like, I want him to think he's ready.
Or just agree to it.
Sure.
Yeah. Be like, okay.
Well, in the moment, then ask him.
That doesn't really work. I mean, depending on what kind of birth control you're on, that doesn't really make a difference. If you're on the pill or you have an IED, an IUD.
Got a bomb inside you. It really ain't gonna matter.
I put a lot of whiskey in mine.
I'm feeling like my face is hot.
Rosy. Yeah.
Ooh, ooh. Get lit.
Did I mention that I made my own vegan Baileys? I don't know if that came up.
Tab's killing it in his life.
But there's a goal. Check.
Done.
Yeah. I have accomplished lots of things. I will accomplish lots more things. I have found that making lists for myself just makes me stressed. Like, I had to quit doing the advent calendar thing because it just became like a list of to-dos. And it was like, I have to do this today. I have to do that today. Instead of just, I'm doing this because it like feels right today and that's what I want to do. And I'm gonna do all the things that are on the advent calendar, but I just don't have to do it on that day.
I don't always. I mean, the one year that I like showed it to the world, I felt more like I needed to do one a day.
Yeah.
But I'm not so strict about that anymore.
Yeah.
Like, we did not take that Humane Society gift in today.
Right.
But I'm like,
But
I
you
have
have
a
it.
gift for the Butte Humane Society.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't finish wrapping all my presents last night.
Oh
I don't
my
even
gosh.
have all my
Why are
presents.
you like rushing that? That's the best part. I'm like so excited to start wrapping presents.
I just purchased my first present today.
Oh, I done got all mine.
Yeah, I don't have all mine. My goal was to have that done by November 30th. It's another goal I set for myself every year that I never keep. Keep goals. That's my
See,
goal.
but then that just makes me feel so stressed out. I always have like a general guideline that I like to get it done by like Thanksgiving because then I want to be able to like wrap presents and enjoy December.
Watch Christmas movies.
Exactly. But it's not like hard and fast. Like I'm not like, oh, since I haven't gotten this person's present yet, now I'm suck at life. But that's what I do to myself in my brain. Like I'll like dwell on it until it's done.
I'm like angry about it,
See?
but
There's no reason to be angry. Yeah, I don't really
because now we're in
have any
December and we
goals.
had this crazy fire and now nobody can get packages. So if I order shit on Amazon, it might not even be here by Christmas.
Stuff has been coming. I've had a couple of things that were like delayed a few days, but not like 2-day shipping, but it's been okay.
I still haven't gotten a lot of things I've ordered.
Yeah.
UPS isn't even delivering to my place.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely different. I had like a few things that said they were delivered. Hadn't seen them. Was just getting worried enough to call and be like, I think somebody stole this stuff off my porch. And then they like showed up the next day in the mail. And so, I mean, I don't know. Does the post office have a contract with Amazon and they're supposed to deliver within 2 days? And so they just scanned everything and said it was delivered, but they didn't really get them out for another couple days because life's wild.
I don't think they do that.
I just am always looking for a conspiracy theory.
They literally just like haven't opened pallets of packages because they get so many every day.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't mean to be super depressing, but I just
You are though.
find that when I set like goals, life happens. And all kinds of things that you plan don't turn out that way. And so I have like vagaries of like, oh, it'd be nice to do this. But I just try not to stress myself out too much with like hard and fast rules.
Okay.
So I don't do New Year's resolutions. I did when I was younger. Like every year when I was a kid, I would always like make one. Yeah, for several years. Because then it just is things like, oh, I'm going to say I'm going to do this, but then I'm not really going to do it.
Oh.
And I just don't.
No, I always try to make mine like
Why say
things that I actually want.
Yeah.
I don't just say things to say things.
I feel like a lot of people do. Like every year they say, this, I'm going to do this,
Oh, yeah.
And then
things that like legit want to do.
Yeah.
Well, for the longest time, I said I wasn't gonna have a like New Year's resolution. So for like the past, besides last year, the past like 4 or 5 years, I didn't have one. And I'm like, I'm gonna try one. See how these go. These people are talking about these New Year's resolutions.
No, you didn't meet it.
I didn't. Well, technically, I did because I did say I wanted to pay it down, not pay it off. I guess.
Okay.
And I did pay it down, but I didn't pay it off. In my head, I wanted it all paid off, but
It will happen. Just keep your mind on it.
I'll make it a New Year's resolution to go to a Sharks game.
I want to go to a Sharks game.
We really want to take the boys.
I'm trying to figure out because like, isn't the first wedding anniversary paper?
I believe so, yes. You could get tickets.
I want to get him tickets to something.
But it's summer.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Baseball.
yeah, but that's boring. We go to baseball games all the time.
Midget wrestling.
what?
Midget wrestling.
I like it.
When does the Shark season start?
It's going right now.
When does it start, though?
Oh, I don't remember exactly. In the late. I don't know. I used to actually know this stuff, but
When is hockey season?
thank you. I hope that y'all can hear
October
my dog.
3rd.
Yeah, I was going to say in the fall, but I couldn't remember when in the fall. And then it goes till spring.
I mean, tickets 4 months early.
Playoffs and junk. I really would like to go to a pro football game just for the experience of it. I feel like just say I have, but everybody I talk to goes says it sucks because
Blake loves them.
you're waiting around because they do commercials and stuff. I mean, I guess if you're not there to watch the game, you're just mostly there to tailgate or whatever,
Yeah.
then it's fine. But
Yeah, I think Blake's only been to one, but he's like, you have to go. We were gonna go on the second with a couple, and we didn't.
To see who?
The Raiders. We also wanted to go see the Raiders because they're not gonna be around. And they suck balls, so tickets are cheap.
Yeah, I was about to say, they're super cheap.
You can, the 49ers suck and the tickets are cheap.
I don't think the 49ers tickets are cheap.
Yeah, they're not.
That's what I said. They suck and the tickets aren't cheap.
No, I think the Raiders are.
Which is too bad. They got to pay for that new freaking stadium still. Yeah. Well, I guess it would be cool to be like, grandkids, gather round. Let me tell you a story about this team called the Oakland Raiders.
They're like,
the Raiders are in Vegas, Grandma. Like,
senile.
Back in my day. And me and your grandfather went to a game. Yeah, that's kind of trippy.
Yeah, so we just figured it'd be fun to like go before they left. But I don't think it'll happen.
Yeah. I would probably have more of a chance of going to see them play in Vegas than I would in Oakland.
Really?
Well, yeah, 'cause you get tickets to Vegas for like super cheap, and you're like there doing stuff anyways. Like, no?
What are you doing in Vegas, Tab?
No.
Gambling your kids' life savings away?
Go to Vegas all the time.
Getting lit.
I don't go to Vegas all the time anymore, but for like 10 years, I was in Vegas at least every year. Was like the thing
twice
to do, and I didn't even like party that much.
Well, and once I was only there for less than 26 hours. So
that's an
and I
intense
did
trip.
Not very much partying at all.
Yeah,
that was the Kevin Hart thing.
Oh, that's right.
Went and saw Kevin Hart, went to sleep, woke up, got back on a plane.
Yeah, that's wild. All right, well, I think we're gonna finish our cocoa, finish our crafts up. We hope you all have lovely holidays.
They already had the holidays.
Well, they might be getting this right around New Year's, so that's still a holiday to come.
Happy 2019.
That is wild. Also,
5, 4, 3.
Wait, there's only us three in here. Who are we gonna kiss? Oh God.
I'll kiss the dog.
Which one? Zing.
There's only one dog in here now. It's not as funny as you thought it was, Brad.
Mic drop. See you guys later.
All right. Well, good luck with your New Year's resolutions.
Wow. Wow, Tab. Wow.
And find us on all the social medias. We aren't on there a lot, so if you add us, it might take a while to get back to you, but we will appreciate it anyways. Booze and glues, no ampersand.
Not one.
Drink up.
You have craft to do.
Bye-bye.
Bye, bitches.